So what I did was I went ahead and brought the hand back up because you really can't see. If I took this off, you really can't see the definition between fingers. You don't really know what that is. So I'm going to cut just a little bit more off of each finger. Maybe right here. I'll bring that up maybe to right here. Excuse me. We're using the Alt key. Gonna cut into this finger just a little bit, just so that people know that it's fingers. Cut right here, still maintaining the shape of the finger. Just want to give a little bit of distance. Okay. Now, did it go? It should have taken. I'm sure it taken. Okay. Now we're going to. Oh, it didn't take. Get out of here. Okay. Make sure that we get back to that origin. Oh, it didn't take because I'm not clicking on the actual image. Oh, I get it. I get it. So what I did was I intersected. So let's just add to it for right now. No. Let's just start over. Control D. I'm gonna select this. I hit Control click the layer mask. Now, or I could have hit Control click the actual layer here. And then I want to hit Alt, meaning subtract. We're going to subtract out from here for this finger. Yeah, we're not doing make-believe fingers. This is a real finger, okay? Although it's not uniform. Who has uniform fingers anyway? We're not robots. All right. Then I'm gonna cut into here. Just like that. Making sure that I want to leave this rounded. Well, this finger is not that small, so you're still gonna leave it rounded. So like that, and then double click, and it gets right back into there. Now we have fingers that are separated. I might want to put just a little bit, take a little bit of curve off of that. So we're gonna add by hitting Shift. My fingers are kind of crooked, but I did want it to show that it's bending. The hand is bending like this. Bending. Okay, let's go ahead and take a little bit more off of this finger right here. Just a hair. I'm trying to round that out. See? Okay, now we're going to delete this mask. And we're going to add a different mask. Boom. Now we can take the visibility off there. Pull this visibility off here. And now we should have fingers that look like 4 individual fingers. Okay? And we're gonna do the same thing for the thumb. But before we do, let's see how this is gonna work out by making all of these black. And we're gonna remove all of the black. All right? We're gonna keep this, and then we're gonna put a color overlay on top of this nice, beautiful gold, which is actually going to be our gold. So that was a good representation of our gold here. And the black background will be like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let's grab our Magic Wand tool, the original. Click here. And our tolerance is going to be around 32. So we're clicking in here. Oh, let's apply this mask. Excuse me. Let's apply this mask. Control D. Now if you just right click right here, and I'm gonna rasterize this layer. Not before I make a copy, because we're gonna use that for our back, for our image in the back. And we're gonna rasterize this layer, and then I'm also going to apply the layer mask. Now it'll just be the exact without the layer mask. Well, it'll be the exact pixels without the mask. Okay. Let's go up here and hit click into here. Now we're clicking it, the actual pixels of black, and we're going to hit similar with all of the similar black. I'm going to delete it. Now I want it to be crisp, so I don't want a tolerance of 32. I want a tolerance of about 15. That's 15 different shades of black. Okay? And when I say shades, I mean, let's go in. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how this is a shade of black? Because the pixel darker than this, but it's lighter than black. And that's actual shade of black. It's a goldish shade of black. And it's selecting it as well. As you can see, it's inside the selection. Move in. It's inside the selection. So what I want to do is I don't want to select that. I want that in the design. Because when it gets down to the nitty gritty, over here, I want to make sure that all of this leaf is selected. All of this swoosh is selected. See how some of this swoosh is not selected? Because it's a shade of black. So we're going to go down here and hit tolerance of about 7.5. Control D to select, and we're going to click this. And now you see we have a little bit more. Okay. And we're going to hit similar, and we have just a little bit more. I want as much as we can get. Let's do 1. Click here, and then similar. All right, that's as much as we can get for now. We're going to go ahead and delete that. Backspace. Now all we should have left is our flowers, or our flowers. See that? That's what we're going to cut out. Okay. Now that might be tedious. We're gonna do it. That's why I wanted to make it bigger, so people know exactly what they're touching. But let's see how big that is. That's pretty much the size of the flask right there. Pretty much the size of the flask right there. Okay? So that's the size of the swooshes, and it's very, very small, but gonna work with it. Now if I want it a little bigger, let's try it a little bigger, eh? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this. Okay? We're gonna go in here. We're gonna make it bigger. Remember I said we can make it bigger? Why? Because the pixel data is still in there because we had it big in the first place. So let's make it a lot bigger, so we can actually see the design and not have to intricately weed so much out. When I say weed, I mean taking a tiny little pick like this. See this pick? I individually pull out every little piece like this. So imagine doing that and doing 100 flasks for somebody, right? You know, you guys order a lot. So I want to make it easier to see. The less complicated it is, the more fluid the design looks. If it looks so small, it's too busy, and the foil may not react like we want it to. It may peel up, it may tear, it may be too thin. You know, it may do a whole bunch of different things. When I'm cutting it, it may cut it and the because the cut is so fine, the blade may drag, okay, and drag the design. So we don't want any of that when it's making those sharp turns. All right. So we're going to make it a lot bigger. Let's make it a little bit more bigger than that. Bring this down. It's going to be a very nice design. Okay. Click. Now, Let's go ahead and control that. Oh, I see what we did here. And that's not going to work either. All right. Let's go back. I deleted the mask. The one that shouldn't delete the mask. All right, see this mask right here? Let's get that mask. Let's go into a different layer and hit F5 and fill it. Okay? I just want to have a mask layer, mask, even if we're not using it, we'll be using it. Okay, and then we go here, you can delete this mask off here, use this, bring this up, and then make it bigger. We said we were going to make this 2-3 times bigger. Okay, there we are. Now we're cooking. Okay, and hit enter, and then we're going to control click this mask right here to get our fingers, and then we're going to cut it out. Go here and right click and say, you can just copy it. See? Boom. You didn't even have to mask it out. Just copy it. Now you see how that's even better, right? And now we're going to do something even better than that. See how the design fluid from one finger to the next? The swoosh goes like that. Yeah. So now we're going to get rid of our black. Click here, and it's easier to get rid of the black now because it's more prominent. See, look, it's crisper lines, as you can see. I wonder why this is the way it is. It's because when we chopped it off, it was smaller. Then we made it bigger. I get it now. Not a problem. Not a problem. We're going to right click. Right click, and we're what's going on here? What am I missing? Say escape. There we go. Right click. Oh, I was pushing on the space bar. When you push on the space bar, you can drag it around. That's why the hand was up there. The hand. Let's see. It's like saying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the foot, right? The Foot Clan. The hand is on the guy with the iron fist. And that. All right. Similar. Boom. And control click, and it's good. And let's back out of this. And what we're going to do is turn all of this black so that my printer will know what to cut. Okay, color overlay will be 0000000. See? Boom. And now that's our design. Okay, that's our design right there. Look at that. Put it over top there. Boom. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to my own hands, but we'll know what to put our hands on when we grab the flask. Okay? And that's that. I'll do this for the other one, and then we'll have a finished design. Let me go ahead and pause this and get back to it. We're going to do the thumb. And we're just adding our finishing touches to our thumb, and we're done. Okay, so now we got the thumb, and we have the fingers. Okay, and that's our design. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save these two layers. Let's go first off. Let's save this whole thing. Let's save this as Flask Design. Okay. Control Shift S. And we're going to hit Export Layers to Files and save them as files. with transparency. And now we have both.